So hey, professor and class, this is Lyle out here at Woods Reservoir, which is behind me here on Arnold Air Force Base here in Middle Tennessee, Franklin County. And this is the water reservoir that gets used for all of the water that they use on the base for cooling the engines, for the engine testing and stuff that they do here. I learned a lot when I worked out here before. And so you're going to be on my hat while I collect my specimens. So I'm going to try to get you loaded up here. Let's see how this goes here, and make sure that I think you'll be able to see what I see. So you'll get the Lyle cam here. I got my jars, one for aquatic life and one for my sample. And I got a feeling I'm going to end up having to get in the water here. Maybe not. There's not too much aquatic plant life in this little area. I'm going to come down here by where these rocks are and see if I can see any in the water. This is the old wreck beach that is now closed. It closed actually when I worked out here once before. They decided not to keep it open because it was too expensive. I may be able to pull some algae or something out of one of these spots, or get a rock or two that's got some algae on it. Let me go back a little further the other way. This GoPro's heavier on my head than it looks. I don't know how deep you can see out into the water, but really not seeing much in the way of aquatic plant life. It also said this wreck area was closed, so hopefully security forces doesn't show up and put me in matching bracelets. But if they do, you'll get to see it, because I guess I'll be recording on my hat. Starting to smell a little bit like New Jersey down this way. Sorry if any of y'all live in New Jersey. Looking for a spot with some plant life. Not seeing much. Oh, I may get lucky here. Huh, not really seeing much. Well, maybe I'll get a few rocks. All right, here we go. Let me try to, I'm gonna end up having to take my shoes off. I can see it already. Anything for science. Oh boy, it was freezing last night too, so this water is going to be cold. Oh my lord, is it cold. Oh, there's a fish right here below me, and he's not moving. I bet he's just as cold as I am now. All right, I got some surface growth, it looks like there, so I may just steal some of that. All right, here we go. Well, here. That's twice now I've said that. We'll put the plant jar there. This is going to be my container. I'm going to go out here, a little bit deeper water. Use my little scooper cup. Get just a little bit more. That's pretty good. All right, rinse that out. Get some of this freezing cold water that goes with it. I hope you can see this okay. I can't see the angle of the camera. Oh, and look at that. I see some aquatic plant life right below me that has washed up. Looky there. I found some. Ooh, hopefully I don't step on anybody's fish hooks. Alright. So, my jar for my plant life. Although my sediment settled pretty quick. But let's go by what the instructions said. So, alright. My plant life jar. Looks like I got a couple of them here. So I'm going to get a few pieces. Oh, there's a lot floating on this thing. This water is freezing cold too. These plants are going to be happy to be in my window for the next 8 weeks. Alright, get just a little bit more. Oh, looks like there's something good growing on these right here. Oh yeah. I think that's a good amount of plant life. I was half tempted to grab that fish, but I think he's so cold that I don't know how long he would survive. I don't want to kill fish for science right now, so I think I might try to get some of this surface floating stuff here too. Let's add a little bit of that. You know, they do use this to clean up engine residue, rather, I guess I should say, and to cool plane engines and jet engines. Good possibility that may be some jet engine stuff there, but who knows. All right. Now let's see if I can get out of here without tripping and falling or dropping my jar. Shoes. Lots of clamshells in this little shell line that's on here. Maybe a good sign. This river, or rather this lake, I'll turn my camera to where you can see it in a minute. This lake empties out into the Elk River. Where's my car? There it is. Empties out into the Elk River. And that is one of the neighbors to the Duck River, which is one of the most biologically diverse rivers in the United States. I think it's the third most in the world. So hopefully the jet engine residue works out for my biome project here. Whew, that water's cold, and it is windy, and the wind is cold. All right, so biome jar. I'm not sure you can see that. Let's go. Biome jar, jar of aquatic plants, maybe something alive in there. And it is Sunday. I think it's March the 10th or March the 9th. Oh, my GoPro camera lost connection. March the 10th at almost 6 p.m. out on Woods Reservoir. Okay, if you can see it, right straight back there, let's see if I can zoom in on it. No, maybe not. Is the dam, and that's where the water from here goes down into the Elk River and eventually empties out into the Tennessee River. That's part of the watershed. So, good stuff. Got my jars. Thanks. All right, well, I'm back home, and I'm happy to report that I did not get arrested for being someplace that I shouldn't have been. And now I'm going to put my plant life in my jar. And I'm excited because down here, and you can't see it in the camera, but I've already seen that I picked up a snail. And so I'm going to name him Science, since I got him in the name of science. And hopefully he will survive the experiment. So, my plant life. I got some of these floating green green things here that I believe to be a type of plant life that floats on the surface. So I'm going to pour some of that in there with science. So that's going to stir my water up a little bit. But that's about all I'm going to put in there of that. Now, those yummy weeds. I'm going to put some of that in the top. I got a different kind in here. I want to put some of it in there too, just to be on the safe side. There's that one. You know what? I don't think I'm going to put that one in. I am going to put some of this one in, though. This one was a different type of seaweed. I say seaweed, lakeweed. I'm going to put that in there too. And I think that's probably enough. That ought to give science plenty to fool with while he's in my care. I'm just making sure there's nothing else alive in the bottom of this jar, because if there was, I'll put it in. I'm not seeing anything, so I'll get rid of that plant life. So this is my biome jar right there, and it's officially sealed now for 8 weeks, and there we go.